Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Yappers Club. Hey, good morning, or good evening, or good afternoon, whenever you're listening to this episode. I did not sleep. Are we surprised? My brain did not want to shut down, did not want to shut off all night. I was like twisting, turning, yearning in my bed, and girl, I did not fucking blink all night. So, I haven't slept all night. I had one coffee and didn't even finish it. And then we're here. Didn't have breakfast too. And I'm delirious as fuck because I'm really fucking tired. Но си казах, Димитре, ти нямаш кога другаде да записваш този. Нямаш друг свободен ден because you have to record and then edit and then, you know. So we're gonna be delirious together today, you know, if you don't mind. Also, if you're seeing me for the first time, hi, hello. I do podcasts. I have a podcast where I talk about my life and the things I'm interested in and give my opinions that kind of no one cares about. Let's address the elephant in the room, guys. I have black hair again. Yes, I do have black hair again, and you know, I had red hair for 2 months. And it was a great era. I really loved it. It was really fun for me. It was really healing in a way. But, you know, sometimes you gotta go back to black. You know? So now I have black hair again, which I'm really happy about. And I just feel like myself again, which it's not to say I didn't feel like myself when I had red hair, but like black has always been my color. I feel like myself whenever I have black hair, if that makes sense. Like you get it. You would get it. Anyways, but I've also been feeling like myself lately, just in general, especially this month, as we all know. If you didn't know, hello. October has been my favorite month of all time. It's always been my favorite month. I love Halloween. I love the fall season. I love spooky season. I love horror movies. I love everything that has to do with pumpkins. I don't like pumpkin though. I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkin eating it. I don't like carving pumpkins. But I love a pumpkin spice latte. And a jack-o'-lantern, but like a made one. I'm not making one. You know, I'm not carving the pumpkin myself. That's too much work. But anyways, as I said with the black hair, I feel like myself again. And not only that, I've never felt more peaceful in my life. Like this has been the most peaceful month in my whole entire life. And that's saying something. I don't know why, because last year in October, some shit happened and my October was kind of ruined. And this one has been nothing but peaceful. Maybe I'm enjoying my peacefulness a little too much because I've noticed that I don't have the energy or the need to go out and like socialize or like go outside, for example, like go to a coffee shop with my friends and like socialize in general. I don't feel the need to do it. Listen, if I were to do it, I would love to because I love seeing my friends. Duh, obviously, но забелязах, че всеки път, every time, and this has been happening to me for the past 2 months, but especially this month, I've noticed that literally every time I'm outside, whether that be with a friend or by myself, I always feel this energy of, girl, I want to go home. Like, my social anxiety has been literally off the fucking charts recently, and even if I'm at the coffee shop, and having a blast with my friends and just talking and having fun and laughing and drinking coffee and whatever it is, I just feel this sudden urge in my stomach, in my gut to like leave. Because I'm like, no, it's getting a little too much for me. Like there's too many people walking, there's too many people talking, there's too many noises. Like I need to go. I get overstimulated. I get very self-conscious. I get very anxious. And the thing is with me, if I'm self-conscious or anxious in public, you might not notice. It really depends on my mood, but for the most part, you can't even notice because I'm really good at hiding it. Sometimes I can't fucking hide it though, you know? And it's gotten to a point where I literally could not care less about going out or being around people or like, yeah, being in public spaces or anything like that because it just literally makes my skin crawl in the worst way imaginable. И смятам, че I think it's coming from a place of, oh, I just need to rest. I've been having this conversation with a few of my friends, and I noticed another thing about me, because one of my friends, she was talking about, going to parties, going to clubs, having fun, being young, being free, meeting new people. It's so exciting, it's so fun. And I was like, I did not find one reason to relate to her. And we're like basically the same age. We're like, she's 20, I'm 23, which, like, in hindsight, that's not like that shocking. We're kind of the same age. Like, we kind of have the same, we're Gen Z. So it's weird for me to not relate to someone from my generation, especially ako si говорим за like club activities, like going out, especially clubbing. To me, feels like off. It doesn't feel like me. I can't relate to it. I don't have the urge to like go to a party or like meet new people or like something like that. I don't feel the need to do that because maybe for a long time, especially this year, I noticed that girl, I had a shitty year, to say the least. Like, this year was probably one of my worst years, and that's saying a lot considering the fact that last year I also said that, which, I mean, I always have a shitty year at this point. I mean, no one is fucking like, girl, read the room, But this year was really traumatic for me. If you didn't know, or if you know already, I experienced a really scary surgery for the first time. I had to go through surgery, and it was very traumatic for me. And a lot of other things happened in my brain and in my life that really just took me out for a spin. Like, I was really drained and I was really lost and I was really hurt and I was really depressed and I was just so bad in general. And I was trying so hard to like keep going and like crawling my way to like October, bitch. Literally the only thing I was seeing is October. Like, girl, October and September and October are coming. So just get through it, girl. And it was so hard for me to get through it and like heal and like actually like self-reflect and like take care of myself. And when October came, I just felt so light. I felt so peaceful. I felt so confident even, and just so, yeah, calm and safe. And I've never felt that, especially when I'm by myself, because usually I've never liked my company. Аз съм човек, който по принцип никога, много рядко ще каже, че си хареса компанията, because I just, I grew up not really loving myself that much and not really enjoying the company that I had with myself. And this is the first time in my life that I'm genuinely like enjoying my company and not needing any sort of, stimulation or validation. Not even validation, just like stimulation, or like I don't have the need to talk to someone to, make me feel better about, the fact that I live by myself. Like, I'm by myself right now. I don't have anyone with me right now, especially except my cat, and I haven't had the chance to like actually enjoy that, because I feel like people take that for granted, especially me. I think I'm taking being by myself and having the opportunity to live by myself and like actually like enjoy having an apartment by myself and stuff like that. I haven't had that chance to actually enjoy it and, just thrive in it and be comforted by it, because I've always felt scared of my own company, because in a way I feel like I'll crash out any seconds, or I'll do something that's, I'm not supposed to do, or, slip up. And this is the first time in my life that I genuinely feel like, girl, I just don't feel the need to talk to anyone or like go out or like socialize or like especially be in public places with other people that I, don't know, or like да кажем да излеза на центъра или просто да излеза в mall, especially a mall. A mall to me is literally hell on earth. I hate the mall so much. Literally, аз предпочитам да съм в нас, obviously. I mean, are we surprised? Like, I spend most of my time in my apartment reading a book or drinking tea or listening to music or playing a game, because that's all I fucking do, or recording especially. And a mall is just something that just does not go well with me. I do enjoy it sometimes. I do love, shopping. Who doesn't? And I do love window shopping as well when I'm broke. And it's really fun sometimes, but in most cases it gets to a point where like the first 2 hours when I'm in the mall, I'm enjoying it. Really, I am enjoying it. I'm like, oh my god, let's see if they have something new there. Let's go out there. Let's go see what they have there. It's like fun. But then it gets to a point where I'm like literally like, okay, I'm done. Like I genuinely dissociate. I'm overstimulated. There's too many people like walking everywhere. The lights are really fucking bright and someone is trying to talk to me. I'm like, girl, I'm dissociating, right? Like I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I just want to leave. But the thing with me is I will never tell you. Like I'm such a fucking bitch that I will never tell you that I want to leave just because I feel like that would ruin the vibe and that would make the other person feel bad that, I'm not having a good time. Which in hindsight, don't fucking do that. Literally, don't fucking. If you're not having a good time, if you feel off in a place where you are, even with your friends, literally leave. Or tell them, like, I don't feel good, I'm gonna leave. Like, if you didn't know, this year I went to Barcelona on a trip with my friends. The whole squad went. It was amazing. For the most part, that is because I was overstimulated all the damn time because there was too many fucking people and too much shit was going on. But we went to the club and I had an anxiety attack at the club and I had to leave. Literally left the club, girl, because of an anxiety attack, which is embarrassing a little bit. But anyways, then I shared it with my friend. I was like, I don't think I'm ready to be like social again. I don't think I'm ready to like be around people and like have like fun at the club. And the more I thought about it, I was like, girl, maybe I'm just not a club person. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense because I love like club music for the most part. I love, dancing. I love listening to music. I love having fun. But a club just seems like a terrible place. Because especially the clubs that we have here. Смисъл, много зависи, защото има много различни партита, особено в София. Някакви специфични, които I feel like I would enjoy, but at the same time, my social anxiety would not let me enjoy them because I always will overthink everything I fucking do, especially if I'm at the club. And with me, I don't drink alcohol at the club. So for me to go sober at the club just seems like a nightmare. It just seems like something out of a horror movie to me. It's giving The Conjuring. It's giving Paranormal Activity. It's giving demons everywhere, and I know I would not feel comfortable, and I know I'll just sit there and push myself to have a good time when in reality I know I'm not gonna have a good time, which that's not to say, че аз имам някакво чувство на, защото всички ще кажат сега някакво, добре, ма ти вече си мислиш, че си изкараш зле, тъй че нормално да си изкараш зле, когато си мислиш, че преди да отидеш дори, ще си изкараш зле, which I get that point, like, разбирам това нещо, but at the same time, I've gone to the club. I've been to the club, girl, and I've never actually, like, maybe like once or twice had a good time. When I was younger, I went to the club a lot, and I was young, and I was really mentally deranged and depressed. I was really depressed and lost, and I was drinking alcohol, and, maybe that's why I was having fun, because I was literally lost. And now that I'm like more grounded and I feel like I have found a version of myself that I actually love, I don't think this version of me would enjoy that scene, the clubbing scene. And especially people my age, I just don't feel like I can relate to something like that, especially like ако някой ми каже, омага, вчера ходихме на дискотека или вчера ходихме на този клуб, на това парти, беше така и така и така, и правихме това и това и това, и така и това стана, and I'm like, genuinely like blank stare, I'm like, oh, that's, wow, like, because I genuinely could not relate, first of all, because I'm not that person, second of all, because I just feel like so distant from people my age, not my friends, because I love my friends, but some people my age or like closer to my Gen Z in general, I just don't feel like I'm a part of the group, if that makes sense. I feel like sometimes I feel really out of the loop and out of the group in a lot of cases, because my friends, for example, will go to the club or like somewhere like outside, like to a party or something, and I won't go, and then they'll be telling me like their stories after the club, and I'll be like, yeah, I mean, that's, wow, that sounds so like, oh my, that's so cool, because like I could never like genuinely understand it or get it, because I don't think I'm made for that, and turning 23 really just, I'm not saying that I'm like old and grumpy, like fuck the club, I'm just saying that I feel like ever since I turned 23, a lot of things have been shifting in my brain and finding myself like actually who I am as a person and who I enjoy and getting down to the core of like who I am as a person. I don't feel like I enjoy most things that my generation does enjoy, you know? And it's weird sometimes because I feel like an outsider. Um and sometimes even with my friends, which is not to say that, they're not my friends, because I love my friends. I will always love my friends and the company I have. But sometimes when we're all having a conversation, I feel like I'm out of the loop on a lot of things, like that they for example enjoy, and I'm just like, oh yeah, like I don't enjoy that. Like I didn't watch that. I don't know about that. Like and there's so and they start talking to me about it and like explaining to me, and I still am like, ooh, like I don't get it. I don't. It's just it's like I'm like way far off. Like I just don't get it, and it's so weird sometimes because I genuinely feel like an imposter, and it's the imposter syndrome has always been very interesting to me because I've never felt it, because you know I've been into many friend groups. I've been in many different. I've been around a lot of people, a lot of different kinds of people, and I've never felt like that of an imposter. But now I feel like I'm the imposter in a conversation that I could not relate to, even in the slightest, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying you should always relate to everything in a conversation, or you should always relate to everyone in your generation or your friends. I'm not saying that because you could never do that. I mean, that's not possible to relate to everything. But at the same time, I just feel like I should relate to them, because if I don't relate to them in that regard, then what does that make me? Like I'm the imposter. Like I don't get it. And I'm like out of the loop. And I don't get the thing is I really don't get some of the jokes. And I'm proud to say that, because what the fuck does 6'7" mean? Like what does that mean? 6'8", 7"? What does that mean? I genuinely don't get it and could not care less about what the fuck that means. Anyways, besides that, a lot of different trends, a lot of different topics that the Gen Z love talking about and like love seeing and hearing about. I am so out of the loop, and it's so weird for me. And yes, that is the case. I don't go out that often or at all sometimes. I don't consider myself an introvert because I do keep in touch with all of my friends all the time. Sometimes I have my phases like everyone else. Sometimes you just need to, go offline and like not talk to anyone for like a couple of days, which is completely normal. Everyone deserves to have that. But for me, it's gotten to a point where I genuinely don't feel as though like I need to like contribute to like, oh my God, we should talk about this. We should talk about like, girl, I'm lost. I'm lost. Like I've gotten to a point where I literally, the only thing I enjoy is like my company. And I'm not saying that I don't like hanging out with my friends and don't like talking to my friends, because I would be lying if I said that's true. But I think the reason why I'm not so, communicative or talking that much or like going out that much, I feel like it's just because I've never gotten to experience loving your company and loving yourself, like truly loving yourself and being confident in the things you do, and like the smallest thing you do in the morning, or like your little routine. And I've never gotten to actually like sit down and enjoy it. And it's so weird to me that I get to experience it now that I'm 23, because I feel like people usually learn that earlier in their life, and it's always this sort of, oh, by 23 or like by this age you should have figured this and this out. And it's so weird because people move at a different pace, and I've moved way differently than a lot of people, which, I mean, to each their own. And now that I'm realizing these things and I'm now starting to actually enjoy my company, for example, I feel like I'm like out of the loop on a lot of things. And I'm not saying I have FOMO, because one thing about me is I rarely get FOMO, which I'm very proud about, because if I don't want to go somewhere or don't want to experience something, that's basically saying that I do not care about that thing. Like, it doesn't, if I experience it or I don't experience it, it's not gonna change my life in the slightest, you know? So I don't get FOMO that often, you know? If I get FOMO, it would be like the slightest bit and then I'll be over it. Because I'm like, it's not that important. Because to me, like, a lot of things have gotten really not that important to me. And I'm not saying that I don't give a fuck about stuff, because I do, girl. Oh, yeah, I do. Um, but most things in life to me are not that serious. I'm not saying that life is not serious, because, life is, it's kind of serious. Um, but also it's not, you know? Not everything in life should be serious. Not everything in life should be, oh, you need to do this, you need to experience this, because if you don't experience this, then you won't learn this. And it's like, no, that's not how life works. I'm not saying that some experiences don't teach you certain lessons, because they do. There are some experiences that if you only get to experience them specifically, then you would learn something specific, if that makes sense. But also, you could learn so much from just being with yourself, and like not even experiencing them personally, those things, those whatever it is, but just like seeing them through someone else's eyes. Because I've been I've become a I've become a really big people watcher, and just like watching the world from like a third person perspective, and just like spectating in a way, and just like being there. And it's a very different thing than actually like experiencing those things, because I feel like I learn way more when I'm spectating them rather than experiencing them. That's just how my brain works, and I don't know why. And I think the past version of me would have hated that feeling of being the outsider, or like feeling like the outsider, or like feeling like you're only spectating. But this version of me doesn't. I feel like I enjoy like watching the world change, and like watching my friends experience things, and just seeing them thrive, and like seeing them experience things they want to experience, and just like looking through their eyes in a way, and just like seeing their point of view, and like seeing the world through their eyes, and seeing those experiences through their eyes. And I love that. That just makes me feel more human, and makes me feel more connected to those people, and just makes me feel more connected to just like, yeah, just like people in general, like the world. And I know it's like a weird way of thinking, and sometimes I feel really stupid for thinking that way and feeling that way, but I'm noticing now that I deserve my rest. I deserve to experience or be a spectator or feel a little bit off, because that just means that I'm changing. That something inside of me is changing, that I'm growing even. And I'm all about growing and maturing and changing yourself and transforming yourself, and like glowing up, even like anything. And I've never gotten to like fully experience that and let it happen, because change is scary for everyone. And for me, change has never been possible, because maybe of the circumstances I was in, or maybe because of the people I was with in a relationship, for example, or just like the experiences I was in, or like, yeah, the circumstances, as I said. Um and I haven't let myself experience those things, and like actually let myself grow, and let those things happen naturally in my mind, and in my brain, and in my body, and my soul, um so now that I'm actually letting myself change, and letting myself go through these things, and actually like learning about myself more, and it's a really great feeling to know that, oh, you are growing, you are changing, you are maturing, you are even glowing, girl. Because another thing is, I've never felt more like confident in myself, and like even like physically. And I've never gotten to experience those things in my life ever. And this is the first time that I get to do that, and actually let those things happen, and let those emotions go through me, and not blame myself for it, and give myself actual grace. And it's such a bittersweet feeling, because yes, like I may not be going out all the time. I may not be talking to everyone 24/7. I may not be like the most social person or social version of myself, but also I don't hate it. I'm not blaming myself for it. Like I enjoy it. And one of my friends said like, yeah, but this is like your comfort zone. В смисъл, колкото повече седиш в това място, в което си сега, толкова повече това ще се превърне в комфортна зона. And the thing for me is, another friend said that to me. She said basically, your house should be your comfort zone though. And I was like, well, yes, you're right. Like it should be. Should be the most comfortable place I'm in. I should feel the most peaceful and the most comfortable when I'm in my house. And I've never gotten to do that, And this is the first time that I get to experience this, and it's so new to me, which is crazy to say because I'm 23, but still it's so new to me and it's so weird. And I feel kind of guilty for experiencing it now, but at the same time, fuck it, girl. Like I'm letting myself do it. I'm letting myself enjoy the rest, the peace that I've earned, because I feel like with everything that happened to me this year and a lot of traumatic experiences, I did not let myself rest. I didn't even have time. I didn't not let my brain even like rest for a second or anything, just because, I thought I had to, keep going and keep doing this and this and this and thinking about this, thinking about that. And it's like, yes, I do still think about those things from time to time because of course that's trauma, but I'm letting myself rest with it, if that makes sense. I'm letting myself actually take a step back and, actually enjoy the peacefulness that I created for myself, the peace that I earned, and the comfort I created for myself. And it's a great feeling. And if you are in a similar situation right now where you feel as though like, you feel like maybe I don't want to go out that much. Maybe I want to stay home more and just like do my things and just like be with myself. Do it, and don't let anyone tell you that you shouldn't and that it's bad to not, go out all the time and like do this and go to that club and go to the fucking whatever you want, whatever they say. Don't let anyone tell you that, because you know what's best for you. And if you feel as though like, okay, maybe I need a break, let yourself take that break. Let yourself rest, because all of us experience so many traumatic things all the time and we never let ourselves fully rest from them and like take a breather even. And it's so stupid, because I feel like more people should like, like take a break from time to time. Actually like rest and like, lay down for a second and just rest, girl. Literally rest. And let yourself enjoy what you have right now, and be grateful that you get to experience this peace and this comfort within yourself, because it's a very rare thing. And I had to learn it the hard way. I had to earn it. I feel like I had to earn my rest and my peace. And now that I've earned it, it's amazing. I should be more grateful. I am not grateful enough. And I feel like I should be more grateful and happy and thankful that I'm here and I get to rest now and I get to do the things I want to do, and it's great. And it makes me actually emotional. I feel like I'm gonna cry because it's a very weird thing for me to experience. It's a very personal thing for me to experience, and I wanted to talk about something personal today. What can I say? And yeah, I know this is a short episode. I just really wanted to talk about it because I feel like it's a very special thing that a lot of people do get to experience, and we should be more grateful and thankful that we do get to, take a step back, take a break, breathe in, breathe out, and just enjoy our own company. Because life is so hectic, life is so crazy, life is moving all the time, everyone is moving all the time. No one takes a second to just stop and rest and take a break. And if you get to do that, never blame yourself for it. Never feel guilty that maybe you're not as social right now. Maybe you don't want to talk to that many people. Maybe you don't want to go to the club. Let yourself do that. Because what makes you feel better is the most important thing ever. And knowing that you're peaceful within yourself and knowing that, oh, I do enjoy myself right now is the best feeling ever. And also the weirdest, but also the best, you know? I know this was a short episode. I just started yapping like a rapper. Like, girl, I feel like I was talking a little too much. And my throat is dry. And I want to go and I have to edit this so I can post it for y'all. And yeah, what you should take from this episode, I feel, is just enjoy your company more. Give yourself some grace. Take a break. Rest, because it's October. Fall is here. Because the fall season is usually very hectic and very fast paced, and you always have to do this and this and this and this and this. But also, it is a time to rest, because it's cold outside, and it's raining maybe where you are. I don't know. And maybe just rest, maybe just take a little break. Make yourself some tea, watch your favorite movie, read a book, listen to music, do what you love doing. And if that is going out with your friends, do that as well. But also, don't blame yourself if you don't want to go anywhere and just want to stay home and enjoy your own company. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Eat good food, drink water. That's what I'm going to do after the episode because I'm dry as fuck. And take care of yourself. Tell everyone around you that you love them and that you care about them because life is too fucking short. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more of me, and I'll link my socials down in the description below. And I'll see you on the next one, which is going to be the Halloween episode, which I'm really excited about. Slay. And drink that pumpkin spice latte, girl. Okay? I'm gonna go now. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.